nia ene na yetimi atoa wo mo so ya to aba atoa mo so na mo no se wo mo dwumadi a wo mo de tumi no ye no entimi anso nipa de a ene na ye yi o mafiri wo de wo mo a yesusu se ye de tumi ne ma mo a wo mbetimi aye adwuma no asanso de aba entawie ya setena ya tena nyina no eye enkoma efa wo man tiaseman Ghana ho eye enkoma eboa ama minu mienu kebima menkabia yedimi ede atwa wo man Ghana mfuruma mresanti emfinhia diosia eye mienu na akire enierum yetimi ahunu esunsunsuanso ena afei sa enkoma no mpomponso a ene yenya epagya etimi ede ebre yenya yeto aba ene yenya yetuato ewo memu ha sei ewie ma yena wase se radio kasafidie no edoso pa nanso no wuchinchimi ya no watimi ede ato 101.3 wontumi radio Takoradi NFA u TV no nso no ode ato Western Diamond Television ewie nyame wonka ho ne onso ye de aboa me pagya o man Ghana agina mpempenso papa enso ena o ye no abusia ena Thursday the 3rd day of April 2025 in the year of our Lord ewie yatina sie yana production team na say and Samuel Dingo yada say Jaro ewo MCR Yaro thank you or Chemaba ASN Chill yada say kana shano so say dwumadie executive producer Berma Ba na na kunedu abupra mana prek technician on duty and awie medin di Osikani Frimpong Manso abusia yetena sesa no a ene ye bia nsam ahodo nani na wonso a unya ensam no mu entiase ena afei ensam no mu nkyeremu nyina no nso no ye nkomodie ena afei ensam ahodo a ye pagya wo fidua mu ase no nso no emu akonya na wonso atimi anya ho entiase preko pese amemu ede ahye eye party bi nsa emfie nan no adwuma a womo ede sa tumi no ede amom no ejo na ye sefata se ye bo aban no ene emu mpanifo aba so no eduru wa ebeba ni sa pepepe de amom na momu no eduru ba bia sese yetimi ebom achi na yetro madwene sisu se ye na ede tumi ne ma womo na esa ebia womo etwa no eye esa de wo ha bebre ne a ene eduru ho de a yetimi eye ne sa pepepe entawie yeda sese wa join the biggest conversation nationwide. Mepacho ye live on all our social media platforms and area. And you know, oko Facebook a Western Diamond Television. Facebook no a Western Diamond Television udruwa. Na wa like here page na fe wanya daji na wa tro comment no e dia tum e dia mane. Abuso wi na wa copy link na watimi a share. We are also live on YouTube. And you know, your channel no a Western Diamond Television. Kindly subscribe to your YouTube channel. No? Afei, let's get interacted. TikTok also. And your videos I will do a debut nyina no. Abusia o comment wo ho na afei yatimi apagya nkomo no enso etimi e de afiri ho. And awie enkomo edoso e ofidua mu ha sei. Me pa cha ofa WhatsApp and a text message ebra 0248 071174 0248 071 174 na yenyebre enkenkan emu ensam nyina no enso entimi emfa emma awie yatina sie ya baba ye wo man Ghana ho adwuma o man Ghana yare a wo yare no kan na hye no so se ba ko hwe aduru a egu enti no esefata saminu mienu ene yen ya te o man no mu no yen ya to aba yen ya tuato no yetimi ebomoden na yeke ho bomu na yetimi ede eduru a yede ka o man na ma o man no nso etimi enya anamopapa agina so no yetimi ade aka eye wo man no awie His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama ene enrada enkan pumpuni mantemu wokopie mu ewo eye Odo River ene uduru eye circular river na tuamu free alajoa babesin ko circle etuamu akokofa eye Kolebu Mochi Road ho ekọ eye Accra Central na Odo River no ene emprempren emu etim emu ayema emu aye choked enti President John Mahama no ankasa etu anamau ekoye ehwema ene womo te eye gates mu no ekoko deselte eye Odo River no mu esanse ensubransa mu ema no homere so ada no wo hwe eye pictures a efri ankran eba na etere wo man Ghana say we are indeed sitting on a time bomb. Say ensuo totwa so be 3-4 hours I must tell you sir, the whole country, especially the capital, Abusia, will be submerged. And you know, as who here says, abey, epe eye anamobia, what they ever saw, and Suyirino ano. Na wakopia mu odo river no ehono. Ana maybe say, Anka, Your Excellency, Juma be pa de, Anka eye the Greater Accra Regional Minister. Juma esasuoye. Yes, because odo na mutie ne sa we ni gates ahodo gates akakaka won kran ne ho kro ne ba no say ye timu no enye president no adwuma se wo begina ho no supervise na mom no ene regional minister, the Greater Accra Regional Minister, Honorable Linda Okulu, Honorable Linda Obenewa Akwele Okulu adwuma enti me hu President John Mahama se ogina ye ka say odo na ho no na me nwanwa kakra na mbisa se the Greater Accra Regional Minister no anye bia no ehemfa ana owo. In any case, wabaya no oswa ye se ene in her first 50 days in office no the Greater Accra Regional Minister wansem na making wababa modern na street lights ewo enkran pumpini mantamu a enye adwuma nyina no wabese ni nyina hwa ma na ye adwuma me pa 50 days ba ye no ene wantimi amfofile sa promise no. Even though any no the born also for any say where Timmy any no some part of the Greater Accra region no yen prempre e ka say wonam kwan no so anadwo a esum say kabisi enti sa promise no a Honorable Linda Obenewa Akwele Okulu, the Greater Accra Regional Minister, yes in her first 50 days in office as the Greater Accra Regional Minister no obe make sure say obe light up the street of Accra no abusua when Timmy anyo na wey Adia a very worrying trend, sir. And yes, President John Dramani Mahama say, unprompted ne national security operatives, you know, as a matter of urgency. Na and nipebia, wama imagine say, wamu say nsue muna, bola wabu anusi we say, wamu de kwa baby a 2 bola guno, wamu fan kona, wamu de bola na besi gata nano, wamu chama ensue na tokese. Ama suswan no asase eboba no be hwe ball na gum nyina no we are informing His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama and afei heads of the various regions say and here wamo impromptu the national security operatives na wamo twam hungu monten so na wamo a ensuo sha asase to a wamo hwehwe wamo fie no wamo damu ngura e de begu a ye gates mu no wamo nyai sa de no and video at that screen is see no and you join here live on Western Diamond Television, live on Facebook oba be hunu ababa wa bia ene ensuo mu na ensuo atiegu a suswan ahyase a pejaba no ne fie bola wa be peja free ne fie be hwie egu eye gatesa ewo ni area mu. Just look at this, and the national security yesremo video way you should be able to identify ababa way what this anya bransam no na mo hwehwe na kira kwai na mo ntere na mo fa nyina mbra no esanse de yes si ya na de waye no ebetibi ede eye ensuyiri mapa aba ama nipa atimi afa so ahwere wo mo nko ama enyapade ahodo nso atimi asai enti national security adwuma kese e na aba no ensuo mu na ensuo sha asese to a na Ghana fo ma mbofo bi mu bola wo ma ye gu fie no wo ma kosesa abehwe gata no mu na kwa na kochoki a edi nsuyiri atimi aba me pa chaw eno da nchen so a wei eye minim se wono no eye bola ya zofo ni bidia ene bola no gu abobo ya mu pa ene wa park no kotoku akakrakam ene gata ebe no wa park abobo ya na oyi eye bola wati tire de agu kotokuo mu a wa bone boa bebrebe no ehwe de agu aye gata no mu enti se wa man a yese ya tetire no ya tenase ya hwe han na the local authorities and your bylaws all the various assemblies all memu asay na ya tena wa ya hwe han ama nipa bi mu de emra hwomsamo edi nyamra nsamo a etese a ede oye ne beba da achi a and na the assemblies no at least as I say ben etimi eputuam on their toes. And as we speak now, no, Yenya the some of the MCs in some of the regions. 8 regions na ene yatimi abom dia yensu amu eniye. Ye hwe no say the 8 set of the last you can say appointment no so ebetimi aba. And clearly, wo hwe de ekoya ene enyan. Etina wie your excellency President John Dramani Mahama Wadaroma. As a matter of urgency, prompt your national security operatives. Say, Safwa no omutu sa na mono. And I'm suma edinsu yiriba. And ye nrada wa utisimu eko Odo River nano eko hwema. And ye yeti eye Odo River numu. Sani ebe ye nsu a esane fom no. Enkonko yiri enkum nipa ensei enyapade. Wo ye sa no so no. Ghana fo do abi nso. And ye adwuma wo ye no. Wa mo yamba wa adwuma na ye adwuma ye hunu. Enti no se mo tie na mo hwe ni a. Mo identify san krofo ya brantie. Even though Osheche, some identify no. Na mo twene de se. Ede ni begina mrani mu na kwa edu esese de bono no yetimi de bono sa ena ye kekere wo man na sa subantantan ni sansem hunu yi nipa bi mu enyai ewo eye wo man mu ha sei enti no we just by the way me pa chaw we dan chan a we have series of conversation a border on national development yenya daje ne biabia ni nyina ni so baako enso etimi ede amount na yedi kan bi sase is Ghana now a cocaine coast and maybe abese kona wo man Ghana your friend Gold Coast enti ene oba Ghana ha se a empoano ne wonko ne ba no ofri empoano ekofi a obenya gold kakra de akọ enso emprempren ya ka say under the current administration led by His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama. It will surprise you, sir, in March alone. March busumi ye besin ko ye adan wada yai. And ye timi actually cocaine worth of $452.1 million in March. Busumi March ye besin ko ye nkwano. Cocaine and ye amanfo bi di bowura wo memu ha. Yetimi aso safo no mu no yakabom wa $452.1 million na enwanwa NDC abreso ene yekai 20 I think that 2014 there about buo na yele ametepene ehon kro ne ba na chese ye twini famu sa na de amabo ne se VVIP lounge amampani tu kwan a ehon na wofa no ehon na yehwe ma ene abawai ede sa cocaine no ede namu a desa ye ntimi ankire no wo memu ha Heathrow Airport yekoso ni mu se kabo abaya sesa ama NDC asanso aba na match bosome ne nkoa no abusua ane cocaine worth $452.1 million ena emprempre yeso mu kabo ewo omemu ha sei 28th March nkoa no in Cape Coast cocaine worth $350 million ena ye kire Takoradi 5th March cocaine worth $150 million and after Accra 20th March cocaine worth $2.1 million and ye kire ye bisa President John Dramani Mahama Wadaroma what is really happening, what is going on at the end ekoso esan say to memu ase na president no enya where say there is a plane Ababe lande Kotoka International Airport for 5 good days, sir. Plane baby a free a bag Ghana say no. Baby a we are see for na a bano enubone who dredia. Ye wama kwade mu ye pa. It took an honorable member of parliament to prompt and now to call the attention of the people in power. Say sana akoso and to our surprise no. President John Mahama on his Facebook post, Accra said, Sasana, and the MP Accra, and as well, na yesha says, and I be no mamaka, emu ehwehwemu. When you bet trust at the end of Penam Yamsimsa, and to know, President Mahama Pesua and said, the national security apparatus, or Memua, Yesikadi Tromcano, woman briefing day-to-day activities with regards to security of this country, and now. Until say a minister you can say a member of parliament ebe yasu tie no na President Mahama enim say near air coso ewo memu ase enso eno no ana etu awie your excellency wadaroma ye ni sound ye bisa se near ashase a ebo bai ene ensam wa efa drug trafficking ho kro ne ba money laundering ho kro ne ba no wadaroma efrihe ena ababe soe eye wo man Ghana so no etu na no match bosume nko ano cocaine worth $452.1 million ena ye kyereye ewo wo memu ha sei etiro de efriwa eba enso eno no mepacha the fight against illegal mining in Galamsey and opena one of the daily say bisa say is it dead ya mutu ana was unhwe bibi anua ene people in authority people in power no ya found especially the current lands and natural resources minister Honorable Emmanuel Amakofibua ade no ya found and ade achi ade say kasasa the rhetorics no ya bebrebe do ya doso no do the fight against illegal mining we've said it to say aji aban ya otisuoi ensamo and there is no way say when timi amomaden anshase anko anfiri ni fichire and ye wobetimi akon no where lands and natural resources minister Honorable Emmanuel Amakofibua I say we are going to serial code we have developed a serial coding system to track excavators where lands minister Asamu Awaka was say and then I say excavators are and ye debo memu ha eko mining site no nkro ne banyina no and then I say ye ba be code this excavators no na yetimi attract your movement no nkro ne ba in any case wamu ye coding wamu akwadade ewo computer software programming mu and coding mu no ye bisa say ye develop a program specifically for these excavators how do you then code excavators we wama mu ye IT no ye be here bi no mama enchemu yiye enti no last minister say serial coding system developed to track excavators we the outcome but that one na metie no measures one was say wode aba NDC aben ade ba be ko illegal mining metie na mesere me say why look at this do you think say some measures we na eba be so illegal mining anu e wo mamu ha ana they kind the honorable lands minister say and ye ne ministry no ebe bomode na emprempren ye ka say wamo aye a reforming of the license regime to ensure transparency and accountability in mining permits. Enti wamo babe reforms ewo licensing sahodua miners ye be hia some de kwa prospecting anampo no wamo de kwa mine no wamo babe a review ana reform na etoso bi the way measures are wamo de be kwa illegal mining enie na etoso bi no say they are going to strengthening the law enforcement to intensifying crackdowns on illegal operations and prosecuting offenders. Do bibi be ya abu akokotia na ne to edge no bodebo. Na etoso mi ensa o say stakeholder engagement and collaboration, partnering with traditional leaders, local authorities and civil society to promote sustainable mining. And 9, reclamation of degraded lands, restoring mined out areas and enforcing responsible mining practices. Enum, alternative livelihoods for mining communities, supporting affected communities with sustainable income sources. Me pacho, sa 5 measures here. Honorable Emmanuel Amakofibua, ese wade eba eno na eba be so Galamsey anu o memu ase no. Ewe mi bisa ne se aban dada no ebu dia wen na aban dada no anyo measures ya wade aba mu dia wen na nana dan kwakufu ado ene Dr. Lajba mu do mi aban no antimi amfa ma ni ade egbo nyina no wo de ka de aba dada and you sat in opposition to criticize tebiem you sat in opposition and ya manu den criticizing the Kufuado Bawumia led administration say Galamsey fight enya de a won betimi ako measures wam de banyina ne nya measures a aye sustainable a ebetimi aso wo haw no ano na ento abama mo ba mo betimi the 5 days as stop illegal mining activities in this country. And to the Yabisa, Honorable Lands Minister, what has changed? It's a shame, sir. And Neya Yeka say, and yeah, Honorable Emmanuel Amakofibua, wo Mpeswaso, a Lembele constituency, one who dim Rashabiano, Akonyano, and ya Hunan NBC constituency executives, and a nay, one more tedious galam say activities more. Wamo elfun kawon sase asensu ensu a ewo ho ade na watimi ayafa o as a minister ade na waya dia fa o utimi nya hwemfa ho ye ene amrase badwafie wa ene our win member of parliament Oscar Oforilabi oye NBC mrase badwani ade na waya dia fa ho ene ko na ko eta no anya forest reserve no kokore the state of that particular reserve and I info kromu wa say until set ene Oscar Oforilabi ebe jan sansem hununu a wote wono a wodi sense ase no and ye tinton tan ye kanesu asamba na dance ye ni ho a motie biem lance minister wadaroma ye twa sam no a ho de ya dance ye enta dance be na chen say ahemfo ewo awo win ensa ase so abane eye MP a owo win adanse be na chen sa a wote wa wonya hwemfa ho ye wonka hwemfa ho ye na wosode a ene ya the measures aba measures where they ba be kudia illegal mining you criticize the same measures ene na odi abaro abandana na breso a we implement some measures no wo criticize ye sir wonya measures ya de kutia galam say etiro ede na asesa 1.3 lip service no ya doso and I must say you cannot fight illegal mining. This current NDC administration, led by President John Mahama and the Lands Minister, Honorable Emmanuel Amakofibua, you can't fight illegal mining in this country. NDC President Mahama first time Mpono and the then Minister of Lands, Epejan and so President Mahama legalize illegal mining will kromu say. Can you imagine this? Anya na bresuna chamfan ye te chamfan o memu ase se esi so mne hunu nsuo. Anya na bresu. Anya na bresuna excavators finding the way into our forest reserves now more mining you can say gold illegally. Anya na bresu. And now to opposition now to tantrums no na esusu senka what opposition no what me adwene wutrim at the measures Baba so illegal mining aye kanka no aye sense ye kom na no wo ba ya ne abandada na ya na wo criticizing no no measures krodwa na so o de aba it is very laughable, very laughable. Honorable Lands Minister, you must come again. You need to be serious. Say why this so be kweta illegal mining now? You need to be serious. Your Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, with all due respect, be serious with the fight against illegal mining. Oman Mpuntuo na gu kwa Oman Mpuntuo. Oman Mpuntuo NDC executives na gu kwa enu egu nsuansuo na nia wam etu. Owi anu aba be ka kire se ade ahemfo embremu bi wemu mbremu. Meanwhile, you know say Oman Mpuntuo no na abaina abana mom tumi a wo mabodi awreye kwa ebretu no mu a wo etu ye kan se galamse ho na nyanwanwa tumi be na NDC so ye chairman o so ye de be yo o wo dunkwa no finos hwan etimi sole ebrako ye kan se wamu ebo awrakwa enu mu akwa stop wo mo ye illegal mining tumi be na wo se wonya power from the president and the Lands Minister. Wabetimi atu sana mono. Yenka biem. NDC abey disappointed Ghana for pa. Battle the fight against illegal mining. This wasn't what you promised Ghanaians.
Wuntumi Radio 101.
And the Amoyana are very laughable. Very laughable. Very laughable. Say abayana with your position. and someone who can yes I will buy the quality illegal mining no will buy you are doing the otherwise. What is wrong with you? What is this? Anyway, to the one no minister said measures are by that and use ya one more criticizing about that no some measures no one what they buy one no say ba na ba be two illegal mining galamsey ase e wo memu ase ye nyina ya fi ani ye hwe ya fi ani hwe ne krakrakra no enra Musa Dankwa Global Info Analytics
Radio 10
what is so be aba wo kire mu say His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia and 57% of NPP supporters prefer say Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia be run for 2028. Now Ghana for a chunk of a year 48%. Global Info Analytics for some year K. Say one more percent Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia sans we jina biemu in 2028. It's clearly one more ya agenda na yedi we na eba na wan na de nyina no Musa Dankwa even though me say government trust in there but odi aba enti Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia de 2028 no wonu a ena asese party for no esanso etimi ede no eba enti 57% of NPP supporters prefer Bawumia to run for 2028 Global Info Analytics. And about 48% of Ghanaians want Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia to lead the new patriotic party for 2028 presidential elections. And that is it. Some 34 minutes gone past 4. Dr. Frederick Boahin, a member of the NPP Regional Communications Team. Fiduemu ase yankwana yamana ha yamana kwa ba na fe yanhyan komotwehwe no ase doc awiai maha
Oscar ya yeja
me ba try to say
Oscar ade achi already and I say na
to be 101.3
say oka and this abana anka probably will not be here but a radiadom also sen NDC government intino Oscar yetimi ebe bodru ha Oscar nyame na yeda na ase nyame na yeda na ase
party no moti saying
Oscar now last week in America assembly there NDC is losing the 2028 election too early and you know since you know there the party base who were weakened by the result or by the defeat, you know, and when there because the act of propaganda NDC was during campaign would win the election, and that the reality is there. And you know, people are seeing the reality, and when they say and then people ni short because they are seeing the difference. And in part no more day, I was coming that film you know. Afi on query, and this should start pack their bags, and people will rise like never before. Message that the voices of the poor will be bigger than all the agencies, security agencies, and this will bring on board come 2028. The voices of liberation, but the voices of liberation will be 2028 in Ghana. And this will run away.
I see.
And you know, people are having the motivation. I can say that. And the Manyan DC Funabe call radio. Oscar, their posture is coming down. Their posture is coming down. Since I know wonder what will go back because of the disappointment that is happening in NDC party. It's like every constituency. They are fighting in every constituency. I will Metro Hadi. And we are waiting for the MCE and the DCE nomination. So the fight in NDC, no, and generally Ghana, no, munde wama yengwa yeden.
I see.
Na say, mreka damasemine matuado kakra. Mreba na leka galam say.
That's right.
You see, adia mese wama MPP fu bebre nya kukudru no. That the chastisement ayedema the former president. people will start to apologize. The chastisement here, the man, the criticism here, the man, the president, to an extent that the Minister of Natural Resources, Honorable Amakofibua, at the floor of Parliament, the last disgrace award the former president was from Honorable Amakofibua. The last disgrace at the floor of Parliament, and everything he said has gone into record because we're a house of records.
That's right.
And NDC during campaign, they campaign on 3 major pillars. 1, total ban. Total ban.
That's right.
2, repeal of Act 2462. Will be if you walk. Not 3, we declare state of emergency. Our Galamsey areas. This is the pillars NDC Jinado. Na Sami Jemfi ye post bi. Na ni post no ye no. No le catch the president today. Say over 3 years, 3.5 years. Say if the president could not stop Galamsey, abadi no chede 86 days here working. He will be able to stop Galamsey. Now, Ghanaians should declare state of emergency on the president on 7th December. The presidency said, "Adam Tam no ye former president, presidential candidate John Dramani Mahama. Okay. Also, I will grant amnesty to people convicted of Galamsey." Because those who are in prison for Galamsey are not the actual perpetrators of Galamsey.
Yes.
If somebody must be in prison, it must be the DCE and the ministers who are doing Galamsey, not the people they are employing. And you made an emphatic example. Ewo Awin MP.
That's right.
This man is walking free within the corridors of this country. Walking free with 17 excavators. Otim di invade a win forest. President Nankashi, the man is walking free. Where is the total ban? Away. State of emergency now. Okedo be declared away. So, mon the sisia Ghanaians will see how ye chastise ye criticize Nana do Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Ewo Galamsey fight. Na what am the president? Na yemhwe na ho keka e wo Galamsey. And Ghanaians have seen the difference.
Right. Doc, me who agree me pa because utie honorable Emmanuel Amakofibua. Nkoma wo die ne nsem a wo kan measures a ono se wo de aba e ba be kwantia illegal mining no. Some measures no bi na aban dada na breso wo de ba ya na woman to opposition and not woman criticize chastise Emma all hell broke loose in this country. The other guy will say reforming the licensing regime to ensure transparency and accountability in mining permits. Strengthening law enforcement, that is intensifying crackdowns on illegal operations and prosecuting offenders. Stakeholder engagement and collaboration, partnering with traditional leaders, local authorities, and civil society to promote sustainable mining. And 9, reclamation of degraded lands, that is restoring mined out areas and enforcing responsible mining practices. Enum, alternative livelihoods for mining communities, supporting affected communities with sustainable income sources. Doc, me say bisabium say some measures enum way abanda that teswono wan fa amba
Osika
enti we ne de Amakofibua esusu say what the bar eba be so Galamsey na no ana.
You see,
what is this?
Oscar, Honorable Amakofibua, Martin Radio that he's the joke of the year. That man is very shameless man with capital S. Very shameless man. Say, Obio criticizing and now do Dankwa Akufo-Addo during an opposition. Tamo opposition. And this is the ideas. Your 8 years in opposition. Ideas say to me, Edabe. Be somewhere there, this ideas. no more handing over to solve galamsey issue. You are telling me that all constituency executives in a CC why galamsey no. A better my yam with galamsey now on alternative livelihood sources. Don't wasa don't call constituency chairman or kede or galamsey tax force no one backroom. I win MP no only a galamsey no. You are telling me that a better man alternative livelihood sources. Now catch an onja galamsey no. How much will you pay such a man? Don't fenja galamsey. Now who come elembele honumpono? How much will you pay them? Don't fenja galamsey. Alternative livelihood sources no way. One famba. There mo akay abede. Wakosua graphic designer. I know wakosua driving. What is the alternative no the bed? And Kelly can the alternative no edaba. There is no alternative over there. Yeah. And can you tell me that these boys are alternative livelihood Abia? You have nothing. This man has empty head when it comes to ideas. Or you're empty head. Should be okay the license regime no. NDC government can obey repeal. Law now on my nimpa kwanima otim ora forest no. What ba wobotum. And then so we levy if you. The men sooner work at the member and will be ye the few. It will no more exist in Ghana. What by more ye amendment? Amendment a wire law no there since your president on sign the law. But there you better me yakko forest in a day. When you the member name fuel. And you are telling me that law there ebe ye for an intimate fuel. Since you be a share forest in mono, you go and bring that person out of the forest. Now on alternative livelihood. Is this man serious? Are you a very shameful man? Papa. Very shameful man.
Nah, but could be a matter crane there. MCR the torso. Or say serial coding system developed to track excavators. And
that's Sami James Kebia.
Yes.
The gold board, since I also about crack excavators. Now Sami James or Accra. Now what the tracking system beshim. Into Accra. Now Otna TV home. Into no bush baby excavators no nam. Into excavator no nam enchino. Now Sami James finish or Accra. No monitor. Into one there's ne excavator no so look bush numa. Or button be or press or presser excavator no to move with you.
Wait, and kwala assembly.
You see?
Wait, in kwada.
You see?
I don't know.
Sami Jemfinde tim et efhwe Ghana yin anim na kadam asem de kire Ghana yin de. Awo bet na Accra. Na the excavator benchi sehwi. Board here. I win. I go carry elembele. Na et na Accra.
Now monitor.
Na le monitor what screen no do. Mo job aviator na. You see, these are the alternative these people are giving.
See, they like ideas. That is
yes.
They like ideas.
And you are telling me that at the coding the baba. Now one position no honorable Amakofibua galamsey conference ekwa Kempiski. You cannot go to the bush. And the police in Ibuwewu.
Oh yes.
One policeman has died because onimda galamsey for in Sunechi. So he wanted to swim. And what where we see here. And then you are telling me that this blue water gut will go and stop galamsey. So NDC clearly have failed this galamsey fight. And when the Dr. Buama Omane Buama was saying that since let it be a national fight. And that they are calling on every Ghanaian to get involved in galamsey. Now me met my constituency chairman. Don't just galamsey. What constituency can I stop him?
No.
What MP no ya galamsey no? Met him across stop now. The president have the power to declare state of emergency. Ewo galamsey areas. And him da boko a queen. What declare state of emergency? What's about 6 and confunda? What da? So the president can replicate the same action. Ewo lembele. De wobo treya. Mamo bi ani bush mu. Now let the military be there. These boys will run away. Same thing can be applied ewa win. All the galamsey areas. But the president doesn't care. One, because it's an Ghana gold, na president all hwede obetim wenya hu sika oda bo Ghana bra Ghana gold in a sisi ano no awon kwafo kakire bi no wo pede wo de guo ni kotokum. So how can they stop galamsey?
All right, MCL so minority press conference no ade Honorable Alexander Kwame Afenyo Markin address I think last week no more on a galamsey fight and the gold board bruha na honkro ne badwa fatumu mame na ya money entie somewhere and the mighty minority leader Honorable Alexander Kwame Afenyo Markin se kan ye e de fa oko a NDC aban ya otisuo yi ese wasaya oko wode eko eye galamsey ho ensem ewo omemo ase tina ye ready na ode atoso e de amai me pa cho afi na wa join ye ne a ha e wontumi radio 101.3 Oman Mpuntuo die eso enie kai na se no so say the program is live on Western Diamond Television and live on all our social media platforms. For WhatsApp and a text message, bra 0248071174 0248071174. Na yenye bre en kenkan wunsem ni nyina enso emfa emao. Video ni nya ready ya move.
Is rather giving 4.6 billion cedis to galamsey operators. If you bring an enactment and you say your focus is on small-scale mining, all of us in this country know small-scale mining is galamsey. So the question is this government really ready to fight galamsey? How do you say you are establishing? We all are aware of the challenges. We all are aware of the challenges we face as a nation.
And I must say, sir, the current administration, galamsey kono afofro omuntimi. Yeah, doc, no cranny.
They can't. No.
Yeah,
with the gold body, and in that one. Now they cannot go to the big mining companies to buy the gold. Into one, obefi small scale mining and illegal mining niana about to gold in the defi ho. So in essence, no, for some agency to buy gold, the illegal mining has to go on.
All right, I think that video no I
now made some promises to the nation. Today, we all are aware of the challenges we face as a nation, specifically on galamsey. I believe that galamsey became a major issue during the elections. Our friends who have the reins of government now made some promises to the nation. Today, they are now the apostles who are promoting galamsey. They are using their numbers to now establish what has become known as a galamsey board. Now this galamsey board, from what transpired on the floor, government, instead of investing in agriculture, government, instead of investing in the women banking, government, instead of investing in the 24-hour economy policy that it's used for the elections, is rather giving 4.6 billion cedis to galamsey operators. If you bring an enactment and you say your focus is on small-scale mining, all of us in this country know small-scale mining is galamsey. So the question is this government really ready to fight galamsey? How do you say you are establishing a new entity that is going to monopolize the purchase of gold from small-scale miners, otherwise known as galamseyers, and now you are going to regulate galamsey and you are going to give them money? Say, Aban say, ono edi sika be ma galamsey fo na waboa na galamsey no akoso chese den ekoso wo Ghana mi bisa o yensuo na ese na yenyina ye ka ho asem no yenuanu mendisi fo omo ba ben mo si da bi wo kaya omo amukọ nsuo na no koye press conference ka se yensuo no asesa kala emigidi se yenyina ya de ehan enti no sa wo ba na wa ba ye ni yie and the researcher rather no wo de 4.6 billion ene de command crofo se omonfa enko se yensuo yesi munja ya musio after Chinese for no ema yen crofo ni sika ede ye enti se ano aban na nkasa pese odi ni sika kohiem enti mo de beboa mo party members na party members no etumi ede akwakọ ye galamsey ye ke bibi tremo say with time the true colors of this NDC will be known. I think today you've all seen them, but let us assure you, we the mighty minority, we are assuring you that we'll continue to be constructive in our criticism. We will not criticize for the sake of criticizing, but we would hold their feet to the fire. We've been in government before and we know the challenges, and of course we admit that whilst in government we didn't get it all right. Of course, it's the reason why our friends are in government today. So if you are in government today, your job is to do it.
The mighty minority in parliament, led by Honorable Alexander Kwamena Afenyo Markin, and address press no na doc and someone leader kano expose NDC no or my agenda gold board ne the fight against galamsey we ni na hwebuada
Oscar
hwebuada. Yes,
bill no more section bi wa ha and the president was signed into law. Section 69.
All right.
Hoarding of gold. Or chedo obi wo gold or the bottle ni ada or the wufi. ABS minyan turning. Ebi amena na ne gold. Minyan turning hoarding of gold or bill no. Or say a person shall not without lawful authority hoard gold without license issued by the gold board. And tisisiano say wo gold gold the wufi. Oscar say minimum metem ko report mo watch. So any license you can be arrested. Oscar enim no penalty a person who contravenes section 1 commits an offense and is liable on summary conviction to a fine not less than 200,000 penalty unit and not more than 500 penalty unit, or to a term of imprisonment not less than 5 years and not more than 10 years, or both. Oscar says an nimness will go the wufi. When you are reported, any license either betima ko prison for not less than 5 years and not above 10 years. This is asama yakwa fabay. So clearly, we are saying that NDC will not and cannot stop galamsey. One, because it is the only remaining avenue obetim with the enya gold. Apart from that, want to enya gold. And you know, say if Ghanaians are expecting the uncovered sooner was the way soon. Na nature ni na wadaya galamsey as I am talking today. Say if Ghanaians are expecting there waboko wake stop one and now wakache one mu eje galamsey ni dia, it's a lie. A wind forest na we invading. There is no way wobetim was stopping the main invasion of the forest because it is the only source. Government, especially Sami Jemfi, obetim odenya gold, obetim denya sika. Na Oscar amoboy hadibina medakasa ewie. Update bi a eyi de bay. Erastus Asaridonko. Or the update will be in the 3 days about Papa Bia over thousands of rubber plantation, 1,000-acre rubber plantation. Now, Papa Olechade Sisiano no, ne plantation no, Galamsey's has invaded close to 100 acres. 100 acres have been invaded. Now, there is nothing he can do about it to stop the encroachment all about no rubber plantation. Osikani mde send the rubber 10 acres mpa. Do you know how rich you are?
Yes.
Now, Obiediani over 100 acres. Osikama, let me read it. Ose, Western Estate Limited have owned this land and have been developing this rubber plantation since 1972. The land mass is 1,650 acres with over 500 acres of matured rubber plantation. Now, armed illegal mining have taken over the plantation and have destroyed close to 100 acres of rubber plantation. The location of the rubber plantation is called Fisher, between Apedua Junction and Bonsu Junction in Eastern Region. He has filed countless reports to the Bonsu Police and the regional police headquarters, but they have not helped him. Since NDC, 100 acres. What's said because of Galamsey? This is the party we are having.
All right.
Tell me the assurance when you're there. That the president can fight Galamsey. Me kedo wakeda na nado danko akufado. He benefits or you're complicit. Ewa Galamsey simply because he's a president. He was the president. And can you use the same language? Ne akeda president and so I complicit. This is what NDC did to us.
All right. And
we lost this election.
Okay.
But they also lose 2028. And their own will be worse.
Dr. Frederick Boaheneye, a member of the NPP Regional Communications Team. Doc, here that's papa. And you may Maminchia Ramat or ATM Pharmacy. Ramat or ATM Pharmacy. Mechiao, many pictures are any. Munina mo hwe eye program no e Western Diamond Television. Ramat ATM Pharmacy. Ye da se papa ye chia Ramat dia na ye chia Isaac Agent Donko Ibu NPP Secondary Constituency Communications Director. Ye chia papa etiro Ibu ni Ramat. Ye chia mo enne enumre. Doc, nyame adumu on the 7th of this month na President John Dramani Mahama 90 days no enya na odikan dey ne 120 days promises e buy already yes 120 days promises no mu a obi o wa any specifically or targeting yes by 90 days in office ne dey na sa ene ama ni nyina no watimi ajo wadaroma so far you find say ebia some 86 days in President John Mahama's administration. 86 days in here. Are you impressed with Senior Washa Sia? What forming the government every now and Yama Hudua Washa Sia Ojo? Are you impressed?
Oscar, you see,
to be 101.3.
Obi Leka NPP Tama Yababanu. Because now I was making a statement to me. Now say it is too early to judge NDC government. No, Mr. There. Them the only 2017 when NPP came into government. By this time near is 17 taxes. Now ye defiwo. By this time the implementation of free SHS. No way Jumedino or Lokodo.
Right.
And we started implementation over the same year, September. Near started free SHS implementation. Up to now, and you know, say after 120 days, the social contract of NDC, 120 days, and the performance of the government over 120 days now. we can clearly say that ebi amama 20%.
120 ndi onyanya into no ojina 86 days.
Yes, it's okay 86 days.
That's
yes,
right.
Close to 90.
Yeah.
Oscar, Messi mama 20%.
20%.
Oscar mama 20%.
Why an appointment a we? I shall see ye levy neza we ni nyina do wa sent to such bills in on kroneba 20% na de man.
Oscar, one says there's a waiting where you need ministers area. You have the first budget already. You have allocation of the budget. You have to the various ministries and agencies. If this president has not failed, compared to what they said over NPP, if they have not failed, NPP 2024, that is last year, just last year, the president allocated 327 million to the office of the president. The whole of a presidential machinery, 327. John Dramani Mahama now quoting the 11.8 billion. No that for presidency who I'm quoting. Obia Oba yesterday, the economy of Ghana is mishandled. Mishandled. The main economy no, and the waiting one more financial pillars. Meeting then the main allocation on quoting that co presidency. He has failed. He has failed. On June Ghana phone, rather not June on quoting. Now one of Jubilee House on quoting. Osika yan share the budget in muno. You would wait Biala for job creation. There is no initiative on job creation. Rather, or the freeze on employment. No daba. It's them 2025. A teacher, a nurse, a Ghana port, Ghana gas, cocoa board. A Ghana, for pension this year, for pension last year. A German, it is expanding. There will be vacancies. The president is telling you there is no way of employ any Ghanaian qualified and teaching, nursing, Ghana Port, Ghana Gas, Cocoa Board, GMP, all government agencies. There is no way of employ Nimpa Krumpo. Haven't you failed? You have failed because you have read your budget. As I'm making, I am saying on the budget you have read. Into 120 days, but the whole year, based on his budget, the whole year. So, say yes, idea what could do this and the president has failed. Two, remember Nelika cocaine asam. The president also made a statement when he became president that Ghana is now a crime scene. Our economy is now a crime scene. Since you have been somewhere there. Yamsha 2024, no 2025. Ghana. Which one? These 2 years in. Now the book under the category of crime scene. 86 days. Now the whole 365 days. In fan offer today be labeled as crime scene. Because President Ibepe was easy cocaine plus bars of gold. Yenten was in second cocaine was easy or Cape Coast Road yala. Was a former secondary PC. Na oyanedia. Na street value near $150 million.
MCR fa cocaine we no etosomame.
And we have not seen the cocaine up to now. Third cocaine, $350 million just last week. Where are they?
The match over $400 million worth of cocaine.
Cocaine has been seized in this country. About confidence in this year, I wonder where your cocaine winjuma. Waiting when ya our government team, our country ma. Since I want him do cocaine, what the name Cape Coast Road. Them why you want a bedroom, now one a hall. Cape Coast Road. Since what I a bedroom and hall. Cocaine transporting in and out in this country. Can you tell me that since year 86 days and 365 days, a crime scene? This is country. This year, electricity company, when you containers on 86 days in government. If an oil crime scene. Since it's a message, 20%, probably no, my over generous, over 20%. He has failed and failed. So Ghana, if we are a serious country, the president would have resigned by now. He would have been resigning. Can the resignation letter or the whole? Because now look at this country. And in the US, what the 10% tariffs, what about to nyomo be Ghana ako US da? Tax, US government. What about to do? Why? Because here na mami jena na last 3 weeks. No come American warning. There, America for which are US aid. What's one from a Ghana bill? Donald Trump ben. What's one from a Ghana bill? Internal warning Donald Trump that Ghana will retaliate. Near retaliator Donald Trump obomu there. Ghana yahu yedin. Na minim ni poke kete Donald Trump. No so the 10% tariffs or that all. And yoma ofi Ghana. It is says obi wo banche, obi wo brode, and obi etima aye seminar. Why why you pro that to be? No do ko USA. Say now what you 100 cities are. What's what the 10%? What that can?
Okay, and in way a breakdown of a year, $452.1 million worth of cocaine busted in Ghana in March 2025 alone. And in the doc, on a year 5th March in the Takoradi, cocaine worth $150 million was busted. On a year 20th March in Accra, cocaine worth $2.1 million was busted. On 28th March 2025 in Cape Coast, cocaine worth $350 million was busted under this current government. And then also,
yeah. So tell me, in America, there, in terms of confidence, necessary, I want to wear cocaine when you man, when ya ever Ghana.
Radio,
Mama Kancho, last 2 weeks, Accra, near what depot, hydrocarbon depot. Gas, yetim store ewo ho. Ma, dame gas ni bietima ko seshi, ibietima ko atakwa, ibie ba Takoradi ha yetim yekoto. Or ibe stone hydrocarbon depot. Wetim so store fuel ewo ho. Enim de sisi ano no, Burkina Faso about the hydrocarbon depot no. Our Ghana no. In the Burkina Faso, waiting if you Burkina across the body. What about the hydrocarbon depot? 86 days government. 86 days. Waiting about hydrocarbon depot. Since Ghana, such a property in Ghana, Yaya Shahain ma Burkina Faso. So tell me that this president deserves 22% or 21%. Tell me.
Anyway,
Ghana has become a crime scene. He's mismanaging the economy to a level we have not seen before. And NDC government, they should be ashamed. They should be ashamed of what they have done so far. They should be ashamed.
All right. Some 11 minutes gone past 5. Want to be radio 101.3. Oman Mpuntuo live. Western Diamond Television. Me pa chow for WhatsApp and a text message. 0248071174. 0248071174. Saint Okushembo Edifrikojo Kromo say, Oscar, good evening. It is now clear and evidential that NDC and President Mahama are not ready and do not have the willpower to fight against Galamsey. Galamsey is really on a serious rise under the NDC. Ghanaians have deeply regretted for bringing back NDC and John Dramani Mahama. Saint Okushembo, are you sure? Ghana for anyway. Where's Mahama near cocaine near hey Master Isaac Edifri Kansas City? And what the way so a buyer, ye bi ewa hase na fe ye na ya hotel emra teacher constitution if we are more no de by also Oscar. Greetings to you. I know some Ghanaians who voted for the NDC have regretted their decision because John Mahama and his NDC do not have anything good to offer us. Up till now, there is no policy in the 2025 budget that will make Ghana better. Greetings to Honorable Mavis in Kansa Bwedu and Chairman Odin Huapia. Ono Edia or the Ebaye also, I don't know. We say, good evening. My name is Farouk from Upper East Binduri. I am watching you live. NPP, we are waiting for 2028 to win the presidential elections. One idea what the Ebaye and so I don't know. Thank you so much. We say I am Lawrence Adai, watching you from Takoradi. I'll say if those Chinese people who sell Galamsey materials did not stop, did not stop them from importing those items to the country, Galamsey will never stop in this country. Lawrence, may not agree because what you call a year yes, Nicholas Amankwa area muhodo. Your friend baby Chinese town. China for quite a good na do more excavators ne Galamsey ho near my part na wom eton wo ho. Until say you not clamp on such a year businesses, trust me, Galamsey will still thrive. Lawrence, we know you agree, Papa, Odi Fritakwa, and Odi way a buyer. We say, Oscar, good evening. My name is June. I am June Nana Kwame Mpuntuo, watching you live from Accra in Takwa. We shouldn't bring any person rather than Dr. Like Mahmoud Bawumia because he has 48% there already. Hashtag Bawumia for 2028. One idea what the Ebaye and no Junior that's Papa. We say step by step, we will get there. God bless Ghana. Also greetings from Takwa to my own city, Takoradi. Wafa Udiama, Ayana Ududi, and so etimi Accra Eddie Ama and Yajibre. Na kinka ni na Eddie Ama. We say my name is Solomon Jagri from Kunsu. Galamsey can only be stopped by the chiefs. If it is left with politics, forget, because both NDC and NPP executives are all into Galamsey. Really, if I just see and 1 or 2 minutes, President John Mahama proud to 2024 elections. Eka said, well, no, 2 million krano. Obeti media kwetia illegal mining Galamsey or memo and say, yeah, probably about the Subua. Yan first one more president Adam Kwakufu. This is no, and or yet man penny, and they. What be man penny? Some 86 days in year. At the end, oh yeah, dear fa illegal mining. Galamsey, memo say, can me as well be a Atiate se cry. We see watching you live from Sprinters Accra. Thanks for the good work you guys are doing. Ex-President Nana Dankwa and Dr. Like Mahmoud Bawumia promised to push the stop to Galamsey in 2016, and we voted for them massively. What did we see? Also, I don't know, I think sir, Joel Evans and ubetimi a direct question to the current administration because you see, I know, yes, and I don't go for the anti and Quentia Galamsey, you're too idea so you're Pamo MPP, a free community, and this in Abba. One more buy, and so report from a year this mining areas are airborne and nine. And such questions, yan directly straight to a year. Nipa okura 2 minutes and pre and no I know wadaroma where do you about say Oscar, I'm enjoying the program, may God bless you. Or no idea what the Ebaye and so I don't know. Ebusia yeah then waji abua from kratwa ba yekoba and yeah Dr. Like Mahmoud Bawumia for 2028. A research by Global Info Analytics or say some 57% of NPP supporters as a 2028 elections, party etimi ede Bawumia esanba. Some 48% of the Ghanaian people say ebe amude pa se Dr. Like Mahmoud Bawumia ebe jina MPP amuyokore dinimu no apre eye presidency in 2028. Ya den waje aboafo nkrato aba yekoba yebe pagya saa enkomo no yeba sisi ya yesrew enkoba bia.
We all aware of the challenges we face as a nation specifically on Galamsey. I believe that Galamsey became a major issue during the elections. Our friends who have the reins of government now made some promises to the nation. Today, they are now the apostles who are promoting Galamsey. They are using their numbers to now establish what has become known as a Galamsey board. Now, this Galamsey board, from what transpired on the floor, government, instead of investing in agriculture, government, instead of investing in the women banking, government, instead of investing in the 24-hour economy policy that it's used for the elections, is rather giving 4.6 billion cedis to Galamsey operators. If you bring an enactment and you say your focus is on small-scale mining, all of us in this country know small-scale mining is Galamsey. So the question is this government really ready to fight Galamsey? How do you say you are establishing a new entity that is going to monopolize the purchase of gold from small-scale miners, otherwise known as Galamseyers, and now you are going to regulate Galamsey and you are going to give them money? Sisi aban say ono edisike be ma Galamsey for na wabua na Galamsey no akoso chese den ekoso Ghana mi bisa o yensuo na ese na yenyina ye ka ho asem no yenuano mendisi for omo ba ban mo si da bi wo kai a mo amukọ nsuo na no koye press conference ka say yensuo no asesa kala emigidi say yenyina ya de ehan enti no so wo ba na wa be ye ni ye and the researcher rather no wo de 4.6 billion and the command crofo say omonfa enko say yensuo yesi munja ya musio after all Chinese for no ema yen crofo ni sika ede ye enti se ano aban na nkasa pese odi ni sika koshem enti mo de beboa mo party members na party members no etumi ede akwakọ ye Galamsey ye ke bibi kiremo say with time the true colors of this NDC will be known. I think today you've all seen them, but let us assure you, we the mighty minority, we are assuring you that we'll continue to be constructive in our criticism. We will not criticize for the sake of criticizing, but we would hold their feet to the fire. We've been in government before and we know the challenges, and of course we admit that whilst in government we didn't get it all right. Of course, it's the reason why our friends are in government today. So if you are in government today, your job is to do it right and make it better, but not what we are seeing today. It is very sad and want the people of Ghana to take note. We all are aware of the challenges we face as a nation, specifically on Galamsey. I believe that Galamsey became a major issue during the elections. Our friends who have the reins of government now made some promises to the nation. Today, they are now the apostles who are promoting Galamsey. They are using their numbers to now establish what has become known as a Galamsey board. Now, this Galamsey board, from what transpired on the floor, government, instead of investing in agriculture, government, instead of investing in the women banking, government, instead of investing in the 24-hour economy policy that
Diamond Television. Bebachaw yebaba ye enkoma hodo no so but enkra free ye parliament house e ba ne say some 2 members of parliament have been invited to assist the NIB to investigate ensemo ahodo a fa the missing ECG containers no eho enti the speaker of parliament no amma kwan say ene mrasebadwafo mienu the honorable member of parliament for Yagaba Kubori constituency honorable Mustafa Yusuf and afei honorable Kwame Asare Obi A+ MP for Gomwa Central constituency have been released for a year to help in investigation and you know we enkrata collect to parliament Ebenezer Ahuma Ajetro and Sasha Sia and Osi speaker release 2 members of parliament, honorable Mustafa Yusuf and afei honorable Kwame Asare Obeng say womomwa na yenye investigations and you know the ewo hono no ami admo china no pa abupra tena se a obedo ensem no mu esuko enso etimi edi amount mamenchia mase ohwe me ewo eye hiawa ewo Amemfi Central district and you know Madam Gloria anti my enumere mechiao doc Dr. Alhaji Mahamudu Baumia preferred candidate for NPP 2028 presidential election. Global Info Analytics. As you say,
Oscar.
Me Musa Dankwa me said that you need this about the other 2 money yen hunko kakra.
Oscar. Ma sisia na me senior prophet Ebenezer Kumasi on Oshama station ho.
Okay.
Now also look him on TV do.
Wow.
Sisia yekase.
Okay.
Prophet Kope.
Right.
Oscar, 2028, the burden is on MPP to win this election. Because we are having a president, us and a lawyer, indecisive. Now, any biography or true of President John Dramani Mahama. Also, you'll be on or indecisive. And you who are now member Missisia that on your decisive. That is why we are suffering from ne personality. So 2028 lies on NPP. Yabeye nadiye. Yabeye one to fight for the presidential seat and the parliamentary. Because after 2020, not 2024 NDC. 2020 NDC about winning to 2024. Oscar, difference in here 63,880. The difference of NDC. 2020 when you 6,264,517. 2024 when you 6,328,397. And to say Esha, we increase vote by 63,000. Section 63,000 by 16 regions, by 276 constituencies. Chede, NDC did not increase in appreciable vote biala, but rather, or ye NPP for ni na be mubui na yenti ma akwa to aba. Inti no extra constituency biana, ehunde over 10,000 this constituency want to about maybe 20,000. So NPP na ye Lucy abano. So it is the same NPP near betimi win aban 2028. But ninyina jina leadership. Oscar, since you are there, honorable Kennedy Japan Olokwa Pro, even though was a time on shame for the momo obi amponkwa pro, but was start. The may enyoma also sisiano the party leadership should manage it well. Yes, one Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia sondo a candidate ayatonda. So anko a preferred candidate oboko 2028. I mean, I would be happy if you all support him. But minimum no be no share in my opinion. And minimum the power will be on the voters who elect our presidential leader. Oscar Dole ten let us elect someone who can give us this victory come 2028. Amede, minimum Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia wabada. Ti enye loko bioma ka yembre kra. And yes, NDC at Mills, they all came on the third time. On the third time before. It is not easy. But I know you regard the momentum behind him. I think that we can win this election come 2028. So, I'm so many so nyende Oscar. Oduwa nimpobo win so no. Mo biante dem nimpa ko nechi. Amede, in fact, make it I have a favorite supporter. No. I don't want to just move into that line. But I'm in Impobo win piano. Let the whole party support him. Mama, onyeda malancha mati, tama ya campaign. Eko any radio station. Alancha mati ni pebi o bebe biano. NDC ni kasa festa. NDC ni ken no for the same thing. We are word for word. Now so that war. Make one radio station. Also they want the leadership of Alan Chamatin. No communication there. They should not bring that person again. Because Bekedoba oni nankasani opinion. Rather what the NDC communicate and bakano. Ona no oka. Obi ano party anymore. So mempede 2028. Ye nenya brother ye pede ye win the presidential seat. Na yenya candidate bia obe repeat the same action whereby and you are fighting, so you go from radio station TV station to another never kono no bi oye MPP no and wa bebe jina NDC nechi and they'll be fighting against our NPP no. During campaign yetem ko radio station mo NDC radio station host no NDC ni ebe NDC communicator nenya ala ni nimpa no so aka wa be NDC ni Oscar way 3 awo NPP ni krope and the topics they will bring and so it does not favor the government. Okay. Now ebe bre papa in trying to defend your party and you know Mohammed Mamesa anyi there 2028 let it be there every candidate who will win. Let the losing candidate or your losing candidate let the other candidate come together as one, because who party in power then on to the whole position da and that mete won to me the Accra one presenter OSP or inviting based on as some Kenya OSP will mandate in there you have to investigate fraud. I think the OSP one man I think mandate going to arrest a journalist. Why? Because our party is not in power. And come 2028, everything shows that when NPP is sol bioma, because after 2020 vote so them vote na 2024 hanke we need this election. Okay,
on your screen right now, Doc Minchawano, the global info analytics at the buy into the data and Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia 48.1%. Honorable Kennedy Akompre Japan 25.1%. Dr. Yao Osei Educhum 12.5%. Engineer Kwabene Japan 7.2%. Honorable Brian Echampon 4.1%. And afi Engineer Francis Adenimu 3.0%. And we didn't hear me make us Musa Dankwa no me said that you know Adenimu, Brian Echampon, Kwabene Japan, Dr. Edichum. Have they yet declared their intention to contest? And who's that? Me Musa Dankwa no
I mean, put the right from campaign time. I spoke against this Musa Dankwa. That on credible. And it is this man is bringing Olisha Damadiasi for his agenda.
Yes.
Ebosheno. This is an agenda from NDC into NPP.
Yeah.
Because one, now, Anka, this is not the time for us to even be discussing our presidential candidate. But NDC want to start to throw jabs into NPP. Because this year, we are gathering our bases again. Now is the time where they gather young. Yetim yes sorry my government no ohun adia or promise ya own timinye. Meaning the 2027 and Kadamasemi would be much or the best topic to discuss. But Musa Dankwa want to sow some seed of distortion and discontent in MPP. Because to them is saying other candidates won't declare one intention.
Yes.
So yet then pona on your machine. So I will not base much on any post here, but I just want to encourage MPP funding in any day. Let's gather ourselves. Yes, NDC government will run away before 2028 because based on their performance, 86 days, this government has started going to the direction of opposition. It's now when the time comes, now we dey flag bearer. I'm praying that Obi Biale Yebe, let the other candidate support him. Because on Nyakra until the war party or power.
All right.
Oscar.
Doc Mayana said Dr. Frederick Buahin, a member of the NPP Regional Communications Team. Yada se papa. Afei yebia homana tumu mesrao. Oba homana swa emrani niye. Lower the volume on your radio or TV set. Ne atosu mienu entie ho e TV na radio no eso phone no a wode afre no a ya faro o de tare waso a o te se ya ka hello a na che se ye no edi nkomo anisa na abodi ba bi afrefi na fe do adwen kiraba wo ye se utie free TV no so a enkomo no be delay e ba sa meyi we free so 0248071174 0248071174. Hello, good evening.
Oh, see.
Okay, Sento Kushambonier.
What's wrong?
Me pa choma yentie wanimre.
E fikara ke temfu na show papa.
Meje oso.
Shawan. We you papa we bo. Number doctors na bago. Cha Mr. By the next chairman or number the coincide the next secretary. Yami Ushawan papa. No you want to say. Share Osi. Bibia did that today. On my page, John Dramani Mahama, NDC, would win actually opposition. What's our was a gun of Fujinado, talk about boom 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 one. One for or say and find your youth for some way to one more village, it's a false day. Oman one bank was the best car on your scope order to Susun Power. Get I'm saying there, how many degree? She get that I kind of phone one open coupe. Then I NDC in my review. And see, MPP in your but then presidential race and do it. You have to be then you have bread, part in the year, then you have restructure. Yes, now, Baumia, a fine man, Japan, a fine man. I can't me for my LP. So, big ideas.
Okay.
But to it, you couldn't not awesome part. That was some kind of folk. That's it.
Yeah, so yeah, that's it. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Anyway, when you know, so young Fafo Fro. Hello, good evening.
Accra.
Ejatibu my ente wa nimre.
Papa ko dia.
Nyame adom ye ho ye pa.
Nyame hansi. Mamencha incoming chairman. Chairman wontu. Chairman ba ku pe no size. Ba fi mincha chairman basti. Another station need a budget. I'm watching a year papa. G. I don't for Mama the uncle Kujano. Oh, a friend said, in third region, Kufodia, nothing Mincha on a bocodi. Anna, Labuama. Accra, there are some randies for home. Or my dad Ghana for papa. Now was shocked.
Wuntumi
Yes, Ghana has that's all the Ghana for another. Most of Ghanaians will be me and that. If you are not to Accra, I wonder why. After Saban will ever give to me. A little 4 months, you would have been Ghana be a bassa. And not easy for another time. So for the day. The 4 months, and you know, you have 1 year there. I'm going to go to the what you want, what you feel. Now, buy our give to me. What church you got away? I go to Parliament. France are to show me. MP, the church come on MP now, education minister, on the oh, President Mahama, what disappointed Ghanaians, Papa. The Jew one in charge to a sense. Young Tuaba Maba, Ghana for a central young Tuaba. That disappoint me. I quite me. The police station executive. That was one of the MP. As me, as Mama, MP party. Now, what was one of the Europe and now one year, yes, you can. And we campaign to your party now. And I don't know. And I wonder why. Maybe Empire near about 2020, I'm 1 year to come out. Ghana for Mr. Samadi. And yes, idea. Musa is now a map by we are home. We'll grow, man.
Okay. I cry that's it.
Hello, sir.
Me ba joy ate won kapa yankasa.
Good evening. What's the call today?
Me ho ya pa yentio.
Me kasa free really ba me di kukuwa.
Okay.
Osikani say asa kasa da kan say galamse ni die. Me wan po say asofo na ye di. Omo ye beto aba. Omo soliti a so mo ko strike ni emu ayi. Omo hifa. I think I saw for no sorry, a big solid baby, and you do for the idea. And me, there was a common solid. No more Casoman, not common word to Kakade Kubia. The Galam say, idiot, and I see the two that. May that say so.
Yes, so, yeah, that's it. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Anyway, I'm say, I don't know what is happening. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Anyway, 0248071174 0248071174. Yeah, say we bet me agina so. Hello, good evening. Good evening. Maza udi baby afrefi.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Hello.
I don't know what is happening. I don't know.
Hello.
I don't know. Okay. My union is saying, hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Anyway, Doc, I think lines in new way. One more freba sunyina no say you can so Mpuntuo say dear I just don't know. You know, I am so from a studio B na yankui anymore. You know, maybe the Makasa Musa Dankwa me interested and obi so asenim so the Musa Dankwa de bad frakadam. Obese ofunya ade no mu.
Of course.
Na entokwa na mentem ho ase set in. Na womunya kwa de found the your propaganda no. So we shouldn't pay attention to sa so venua or no yes or the abano.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because Oscar Sisiano and the NDC is now criticizing MPP there.
Yeah.
Yeah, criticizing on too much. Now NPP government NPP Yempede Sisiano the president open your focus no de boneman. Because every day we are raising issues. And you know, also the damadi abotum. Just for an NPP for Nankasa to talk among ourselves, to cause some discomfort, I should say. Now I want when you can wire wanadia warrior. So we should not give heed. When the yenyam brempo madame posi. No. We shouldn't give. In fact, Opedo Eposa and NDC government, there are so many things that is happening. He can do posts about. I know people for Yansuman. We don't want his posts. No. Let us be a powerful minority. Yenye super minority to the Messi area. Says ya no, ye ko parliament. NPP ye crossing men DC for Oba with their super majority. Since you know, look at the minority. No, we are vocal more than the NDC, and this is what we should be doing. Left, right, center, we should be hitting on the government, especially propaganda where you would win a election. Ghanaians have to know the difference between propaganda and reality. Shesi ya mami jenia or your CCI. Send him what the NPP government when we are in power.
Yeah.
Every government appointee bialo or yeri biano shemodieno from the president to the vice president. Shekeno Foriata. Owo abrocho solution no yer bin. Shen some of careful no. And him there Professor Jampo. Tama the vice president at that time MPP or a vice president or yeri. And him no baby said why they don't go UK not Ghana. Why he has to go to UK and not Ghana? Aden Ghana hospital near Obeti Mwashena. Professor Jampo made this assertion. Yenyo kuje to Blakwa. He made a press conference that Okan Ankwoti Mama government appointee bi ankwa abruchi. And then what has happened? And then say mama okwa abruchi. Okwa abruchi. Okay then. Oloko hospital ewa abruchi. Yembisa yanwo dey. Ni yembisa NDC for dey. Since your hospital ni bi di Ghana ha. I mean I'm say means wa. I mean scientific over ha.
Yeah.
What me for mama nkwa way. But when someone catch MPP for show do 110. When would that is better there Ghana ye develop all right, but ye ne standard no on your treatment bia na ye betim ya wa ha nti na wada wanye ne kwa abruchi enim there waka there say agenda 111 sanketim complete ya anka Africa ye be the third country e benya medical sufficiency.
That's right.
Say complete agenda 111 and Quebec the third country in Africa you mean your medical sufficiency. What has happened? And the president Ben also not even one agenda 11 hospital is in operation.
Doc, my main trainer is you better me near you for not one command as well. Hello, good evening.
Osi
Ajimani Eko Apia. Honorable Yentio anyway.
Messi anyansa sabonsa mudifu sunsun bonsa mambon nimpa bono so nkete obaka nkame na sha chairman oya chairman wontumi na honorable ko bi na me MP lawyer and ko fie japa masa na oya mpapa oya honorable ko jwa men at work honorable Joseph Kujo na oya Isef Seni ya do no ya me ntwen boot kasa nkotum posipan ozi ke a Messi Nwala watu abame NDC mpowe ni won. My brother, che ami mutu baten fu bia, baten bia la wafa ne ba. Do onko galamse onko nsudo. No onko tu galamse fu no. Etru na da galamse fu no okita no. Ontu no ba fu da momonko. Ya ho. Oya mejo mama. Oya galamse isusa. Ewu de jo mama ensika na from me na dole no moja no na mi pepe yelbot wa ba na me ka kire o Ghana fo de jo mama na dwene papa je magana fo o ye covid levy ke NDC collect na di na wa kan no ye covid etrom ye nyem penfo wa kaka da min sami na ala ende wontomo mo ho na so and one of us for winala a bialentum on cashe. No tutor say MPP Fuinala, Mr. Demisay Mopo one chow. The Demsove Nadine on Yana Yedi Dumo. A Korean work a day, but to me, I Dumam for one to Aban. Where to want to Aban, Mayanala, I will say MPP Nibialan MPP Lucy Knockout. Yatuta say, you on ya uncle. No more your party no and to task MPP for what we funa Diana kumambo from na jo mama de molly de hey osi ya kumanim that's one oboko university first of all ebo tuamon wo ye hard bet papa nkoko 115 back 10 be crowd the number ko baby olukota tam and I was so jo mama ba free yembisa wofo then one boko university no jo mama otuamon na and from our bottle of BEC, 550.
oye 5.5 enwa osi inti ye 2 Ghana fofo ke secondary Takoradi a ye wunte tenido GMPC headquarters in the waba double road the warrior oye secondary road ye na yewu ejewu medical university ngofi aseso wonyamako efia nkwante kwegbo wasiso wonyamako na me message jo mama ibiala ye ba ne ba sibiara onyada betre wiadim o send papa ntimi twemodi emisata my brother twemodi emisata ina oye grandma so sesi ama watun ekuje to abra ko yinim na nkofu na wakase de oye government appointee oye president or vice president oye MPP abrodo onido okwa abrochi because what see wo doctors what nurse for doctors here ya or they wo too much enter grandma yel wonin be fen kwanta hospital ele ye hu de NDC for what you Ghana phone onya no ye ho message gbogbo women's bank yen just go the same na oye Sam George oye government communicators just go we twa amwan each them it was ka in this one bobo blebiala no mo nya da Ghana MPP for ya baka ya kuma atu yim no bi biale ye beyin wo oye 2028 olukọ no o say na bia social interventions wa be na Oscar ebotuma aka kumpa NDC ya.
All right, thank you. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Wow. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. What's your name today?
Yeah, me adome ho ya Manfred ni.
Yeah, Manfred.
All right, yeah, Nanti.
Ni the mamincha na mincha dog. Na mincha eba Hunter West the youth president. Samuel Kojobres. Na nkopo na nkodo yon nkese. Na mincha 88 na safo members of parliament or parliament on abo kodo chedakon. Ana lawyer bo amokan. Osikani afutu kaka metum dia mo sene adimiso na ade na yene de. Me TV as into stabilizer bi nafa home theater no TV no bi ama because your mama udi achia we bi abese me no ka say ene onam na so na police report ba go scan bo modern stand we na bia na ye quote o betina benja so 3 months exactly 3 months in ye ene be bia obefa bia ene cocaine sent na o asa nkano na onam ya friends one ko two asa na ya woti kokko ne nkano sa pepepe na na onam Ghana ya woti cocaine nka den ye o prukukuku ya fatu mi mo ye ba o ba ye Ghana ye ene ni na sa na nka o ba ya ene dia asem ma na ejuma na wade aye na data na ona na ma den ayo okokota na machine zu tibia na o de o ejuma no wo se 24 hours economy o ma ni engineer ye sika sami ko ye ya nto aba mo yan kan to se bebe yi gato jo mama data de sanka anka ngo hu bebe o mbe yi obi anka jo se ya to aba mo bebe yi gato intompo de intina no rema ejuma na me no kasa awon tre mo se dollar na ekoso inti mo ba be ye mo ba ezi dollar na yesen ene fu na yesen ene mo na mo fe radio so atoma ama na eduane politics na dokun 5 cedi dokun 10 cedi yem bi da zi dokun ya ton 50% na idi Ghana for mo ya de anu mo because na me no kase SHS for no on be school no oba be cho ye fa na boarding fee as well feeding fee we na nanka ben we ya mam and registration fee and 550.
Okay.
We say am to aba mana bobo eni ni kotobe kumba.
All right. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Anyway, I don't know. Minimum callers, you know, it must work them pa. Oh, for our own case, out here who TV knows why hijacking line and so I can home. Anyway, Doc, you didn't come on it, but yenti or final comment na yan so. Yenti or final comment na yan so. Maybe the Musa Dankwa we no ma party ni be taking it serious. We should work very, very hard. That is it.
Yes, Oscar. That is our first priority.
Yes.
Because in the they had the meeting
yes.
Eastern region
Rock City Hotel. That's right.
Yes. And among all the hopeful presidential candidates, look at the cordial relationship among them. And you know, let us hold it. Nemum no yenye jumaden Oscar. Yenye jumaden ankasa. Even Metro had impo. NDC narratives are what they J most of the seat were made through her. Most of the seat. Ninyina propaganda unkotin. And the Jumadena Ankasa Numpunayan Yene part, it has to start from this metro.
Yeah.
Secondary constituency. Eskado Katen. Kwesimintim. Aguna Kwanta.
All right.
We need to start from there.
Very well.
And work very assiduously to make sure that we take all this seat back to NPP.
All right.
And virtually we take the presidential seat from NDC.
All right. Doc, my say, Nina Betty Abamu Jumade, Yensha see from Imprimpri, Edekwa, Kosi se, Yabetuaba on a year December 7, 2028. And Pioneer Boss and Yamebe my own qua, and Yahoo Dia, Yenina Betty me at Tenasini Hunu, a year President John Mahama, Amamu Bonea, or de Emma a year Ghana for Imprimpri, na a druwa, Yatua Bapa, near Timia Joe Mino, and so Ediasio. And Ray. Yadin komoni nyina no AC yenna production team na say Yaro thank you Same thank you Ochemaba thank you Abna Sawa many ampon thank you Nana Kuredu Abupra thank you Mana Prek thank you Medin de Osikani Frimpong Manso Yemi Amuso no nsia ba ahia Abna Sawa many ampon ena afei ninu abema Ochemaba AS Angel Yumre no nsia brem kasebo wo mo emfa emedan asemo ye ka ne ba kope ena ya woda uhia onua Srechiano Chiano, Nipan Sekre, and Che, Nanny Pedia, 6 feet, Adakati, Adumidum Yana, or Tina Fiada, Yensiana, Yentuaso. Good evening.
John, Abdelight in a po. Wakaso, what in Krata.